Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing, spectacular Propagandacast from your host, Pearl Dane, the one, the only master propaganda hero, like defender of the fatherland, off here to a glorious 1v1 on Langraskaya in the north. It is Prabuty fighting for King and Country, the Commonwealth, the British Army, the Guards Armored Division, tasked with pushing onwards towards Arnhem. Here with Vanguard operations featuring raid operation, 4 logistics gliders, the crew repairs, the Crocodile, and the strafing supportability with triple infantry vessels south. It is the Angry Dutchman fighting for Germany. Deutschland, das Vaterland, here with the 1 and 7th Panzer Brigade featuring Grand Offensive with Panzerfusiliere, smoke bombs, Infantry Sturmgewehr 44, Panzer Commander, and Tiger tanks with triple infantry. A punch start there for him. Also, very big thanks to Jordan for pledging on Patreon and becoming a patron supporters. Big thanks to Jordan. Other people can follow in his heroic example by pledging on Patreon herself and joining the many wonderful people that support me there. Or they can also just donate by PayPal. Links in the description. And you can as always just comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button. We're off to the races here. Triple section start for Prabuty. Folks going to be a punch for the start here for Angry Dutchman. Interesting choice here versus the British. Since again, while the Panzerfusiliers do get strong later on, again initially they are weaker than the Volksgrenadiers versus the British. That's not typically what you want. In fact, most players you like to see go for somewhat of Volksgrenadier builds than to Jaegers with Overwatch. So that way you try and fight around the British infantry. So an interesting pick here. Technically the Panzerfusiliers could of course also fight against the British better later on, but perhaps not as fast as the Jaegers. So we'll be interested to see how this works out for Angry Dutch. But it's a bold strategy. It's a bold strategy. I definitely like it. I also like to use some Panzerfusilier since they do get rarely utilised. And a bit of skirmishing here, plus kind of like the uniforms. They sort of look nice. Second Panzer squad there for Angry Dutchman. Going for 4 sections then Prabuty. Eastern centre being scored here by the British Army, the Guards Armoured. Austrian Pioneers focusing about in the west here. Second Panzer squad almost done there for Angry Dutchman. Second Panzerfusilier squad ready here. Grab the centre with the 2 sections. Could consider laying down sandbags while doing this. Feels a bit sloppy not to do anything there. Particularly when he's got 2 sections that can only rush through the sandbags, but well flanked by the Panzerfusilier. Section that could flank the Panzerfusiliers in return. There we go. Kind of surround them by the looks of it. Good manoeuvre there by Prabuty. Good manoeuvre, and definitely a bit awkward here for Angry Dutch. And those Panzerfusiliers will quickly focus down here and die, I think, a less than satisfying death for Angry Dutchman. As again, they're not going to be doing too much besides just dying, which means it's just a waste of manpower. But there you go. Acting now space to the island, folks. Let's jump as close in here. Suddenly turn the tail perhaps on Prabuty, whose 4th section is on the move but may not arrive in time, thus allowing Angry Dutchman with the power of the Sturmpioneer to turn the engagement around. Plus, 3rd Panzer squad here for Angry Dutchman, going for a fairly infantry build. We got the Universal Care there for Prabuty, of course, where the Panzerfusilier does flank it to the anti-tank rifle grenades to sort of help fight it. Section routed, no tech yet there. We'll obviously goes for, but I expect a battle of headquarters to provide healing for all of his Panzerfusilier. Section moving forward here again. Got the Panzers grab in the centre here. Got the skirmishing there in the centre. The East German infantry slowly moving out there for Deutschland.
The enemy cut our supply line.
Sturm passing straight for the Eastern Field Point. Very good. Operation Market Garden was an interesting operation from many perspectives when it came to the British and planning it. For example, they had planned the Germans would not be able to reinforce the forces in Holland or the Netherlands until the next year, when in reality they could always start sending in troops from Germany the next day. So that's always one of those, many sort of weird assumptions I feel like the British took when it came to invading. So, little fun fact there. We got Sturm from the US camp. Close to the Sturm Pioneers, kind of have a chance, but they've got the Wasp for Prabuty to burn out Angry Dutchman's forces. Punch moving up here. Truck on the way there, again, likely a battle of headquarters, so you can use medics, partly to not have to spend munitions constantly on medic packages, so you can focus on the recon packages, since you typically want to upgrade those Panzerfusiliers fast. Love to see the Wasp here, which is what the Universal Care upgraded with the Flamethrower upgrade was called. If that would force them to make consider some Panzer checks on the Panzerfusilier, I don't think so, but it could be an option to consider. Burning through the German infantry there. Launching a larger scale assault, trying to catch in and hit it with the anti-tank rifle grenades. Angry Dutchman charges forwards there for Deutschland as Prabuty finds the centre line buckling under German pressure. Battle of headquarters almost done for Angry Dutchman. Got the centre victory point. Quick retreat there. Moving up here steadily on the west side, British infantry moving forwards. Back in Prabuty's base, what is happening? Nothing further. Could of course consider some medics, probably won't, but sappers also very likely. Bring up these inside. Medic upgrade. Wasp back at it once more for the British Empire. Back here, troops reinforcing healing. We got the medics on the way for Angry Dutchman, not Prabuty, who's probably also going for the mechanized battle group support, so you can that way unlock the upgrade to get the recon package on the Panzerfusilier. Troops moving forward here for Prabuty. Getting a good control map here against Angry Dutchman. He definitely wants to be a bit careful about that. Medics almost done. No upgrades yet. Interesting. You'd again figure it'd be priority to just get those recon packages out. So now I can upgrade 2 of them. There we go. 1 upgrade out. And second one. Thumbs up. That's Angry Dutchman. That's going to be a lot of D for the face. But of course also 2 now 6-man Panzer escorts once the upgrade is done. Basically doing nothing for now. Definitely a bit risky. I can understand. Want to a proper force to counterattack with. But at the same time, the longer he's inside the base doing nothing, the more territory Prabuty can just claim for the British Empire. Troops setting out the front base. Off the way for Prabuty. Very nice. Thumbs up. Section holding up there. Fun fact, British officers suffered fairly high losses during the war. Partly because they had very much a stiff upper lip thing and not really taking cover attitude to things, causing a lot of them to get shot. But it also did, Jimmy just lead from the front. Similar to German officers who did, on the other hand, actually use cover. German officers, though, were very much a hands-on approach type, but they definitely also ended up suffering heavy losses amongst the officers. In the case of the British, this resulted in actually borrowing officers from the Canadians, which confused the Germans a bit, causing them at times to think they're up against the Americans because of the Canadians' accents. Fun fact. Watch going straight for the Sturmpuni here, back enough from the Angry Dutchman. Pushing back the Universal Carrier there. 2 kills, closing in veteran 2-1.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Back heading there for almost done the Angry Dutchman. Panzer's got the western cut-off point there, so the British can't get in the fuel. Officers moving forward here with Sten guns. And of course, faith in the British Empire. Could of course chuck a light gun bomb here. Likely it won't. Yup. Meanwhile, Panzer versus the Wasp. Scorched with the fires of the British Empire and routed, going for the car point here. Outmaneuvering Angry Dutchman there, very nicely. Good work by Prabuty. Good work. May of course considered like a Vickers machine gun to help deal with Angry Dutchman's infantry held ground. Could also consider an anti-tank in case he's worried about vehicles. But there you go. Ooh. He almost blew up his own men there. That would have been fairly awkward for Angry Dutchman. Fairly awkward. Reinforcement thing there for Angry Dutchman. Machine gun could be a good idea for Angry Dutchman. And machine gun I think would be a fairly good idea to help deal with some of Prabuty's infantry. Obviously the Wasp is going to make it a bit tough to deal. Keep it in one position for any prolonged period of time, but it's something good. Meanwhile, Prabuty is rushing ahead here, so one thing the British can do with good map control, they have basically the most simplified and shortest tech paths. You just need to first the platoon command post, and then you go straight to company command post, and then almost that's it. It's incredibly fast and efficient, and basically costs a bit less than the others. So technically, they mean the British, more than any other faction, can actually rush out medium armor fairly fast. Most British players, make fair use of it, but, not always as aggressively here. So we'll have to see, though. I mean, a lot of them just use it to push a comment out, but Prabuty here could theoretically rushing a Centaur or a Cromwell here versus Angry Dutchman and make things very uncomfortable for him, which of course it really does. But still, good fuel control for Prabuty, just constantly making sure that Angry Dutchman doesn't get a lot of fuel, which of course, compared to the British, the Oberkommers probably has one of the, slowest and, more expensive tech paths there. In a sense, well, not the slowest, that's the Wehrmacht, but it's probably actually in some ways the most expensive. Due to having to require trucks and all that sort of stuff, the first, so it's definitely also on the slow end, so still. Compare that, this any sort of fuel loss here is actually significant for Angry Dutchman because it really just gives Prabuty the ability to rush ahead on armor really fast. In fact, at this rate, he could probably start building a tank at the 10-minute mark here, perhaps even faster. Which is obviously going to be an issue. We can see there, Angry Dutchman's really swinging hard back here. Prabuty. Big center push here going for calf points. But we're going to try and snap Eastern fuel point as well here. Panzer moving forward. Can I be up with the T-50? Or is he planning perhaps some Panzer safeties? Like Ketten Panzerbüchse. Wasp, they need some fixing. No sappers yet for Prabuty. And back at base there for Angry Dutchman. Nothing further. Also worth noting, when he has gone for Vanguard, we're not actually seeing anything out of it yet. No raid operation, no Fort Logistics Glider, much there from Mr. Prabuty, so that is a bit worth noting. Angry Dutchman put up the lighter Infantry Geschütz, no machine guns, but just artillery instead. Interesting choice there. And there we go, Prabuty going for a center rush. This is going to be a real pain in the posterior flank detachment, since within one academy after that center could do some significant and very painful damage to tank detachment in his forces. That is a rush, and I think Prabuty has made a really good reading of the situation to make that. I mean, he's so far in resources, he's up against the Orbital Commander West. Probably again, he's going for the Battlefield Headquarters, but he doesn't have to worry about a Puma. He's going for second line infantry gun. I think Angry Judgment's going to regret that very fast. I don't think he's expecting the center rush, because most British players do not rush a center out. I mean, I can see the logic in the line for guns, so that way try and blast the British, try and make it harder to use their cover bonus safely, but yeah, no, he probably should start to fear there's a possibility of being hit by some fast armor. But again, most British players will typically just try and go for a comet fast and not, rush out a center. So bold move here by Prabuty, but again, I think a very astute reading here. Oh, this is going to get uncomfortable because the line of gun's going to hit before the center hits him. So he's going to have 2 artillery pieces again. Going to be nice versus the infantry, but pretty much utterly bloody useless against the center. Might as well just be, the Heeres Angriffsgerät, which was the nickname for the 3.7cm anti-tank in the use at the start of the war, because it was pretty much just useless for anything but announcing your presence. There goes center, rushing hit. Their foot's been caught. He immediately Ludwig uses live here to the center. My god, they got Ludwig! Ah, not me too. They kept setting up here. Shoots and misses the center there. Second being barred by the 2 artillery pieces though, and again, it's not like they're utterly useless against the infantry. They can actually apply a lot of damage, so it's not necessarily a bad idea here for Frank Reduction to go for the double line for guns. It's just, might have wanted to factor in the possibility that Prabuty rushing out armor against them.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Listen to that one tiny detail. Going for the center of Kevin in the meanwhile, pushing up the center of Kevin definitely needs to be a bit more screened, because if he loses that one, Angry Judgment in for a world of pain. But there you go, line for guns killing British infantrymen, grenade off it, taking some punches with them. In the west here, center pushing back the Sturm Pioneer, 2 kills on it. No sign of any doctrinal ability being used here by Prabuty. I mean, it's interesting, he went for Vanguard really fast, but we're just not really seeing any of it. Artillery hits in the section. I mean, it does make sense to go for these 2 artillery pieces and just, try and bleed out the British. But yeah, the timing of it is not perfect. I'd love to see what Angry Dutchman goes for next. Panda fully extra transport for attack here versus Prabuty. And what's Prabuty going to do? Is he just going to keep churning out medium tanks? Will he actually try and say push for something bigger now? So I think the sensible choice would be just to push for more armor faster. But there you go. Whoa, okay, this gets interesting. We've got a significant smoke in here. Shot actually landed in the center, giving a re-armor hit, but no damage done. Good lord, we're under fire! I mean, we're under smoke! I mean, I don't know what's going on, sir! Ooh, nice hit there in the blocked up section. Didn't kill anyone, but definitely left them all in a very weak condition. Officer popping in there. Sentiment Forge once more. Ready to blast some hunt, but there you go. Kenry shoots right through the Centaur's frontal armor. Officer caught it by the stun grenade being pushed out in the open. The other went into from barbed wire, so takes a lot of damage here. Nice work there. We got 2 kills and 2 kills still, but closing in veterans 1 on both of them. One has already hit that spot. In fact, that one is almost veteran 2 already. I'm guessing the smokesman like to push for the center victory point without much interference from Prabuty. I like that idea. And thumbs up to Angry Death for setting up these significant smoke screens. And there you go, another one. He's not sure if there's an opponent there, but he might as well just lay down a significant smoke screen to make sure if they are there, they can't see him. Nice. That's, tactically sound. And troops reinforcing, got the trot on the way there for Angry Dash, and it's going to be the tech there. As for Prabuty, he's going for hammer attacks, a comet here. Honestly, with the current advantage they have, I think you should just push it with more medium armor. That said, comet could also work out. Could work out. But honestly, part of me thinks just push for another Centaur and just try and murder all the Angry Dutchman's infantry. Another option would actually be some artillery zone with a mortar emplacement. Centaur turning into the retreating troops here. Kevin lands another hit on the Centaur. 4 kills on it, closing in veterans 1 and access to the 20mm strafing fire ability. Comes to caught with the 2 sections. We got Bren guns around there. Go steel hand granate. Ooh, round the retreat path there, man. Oh, in theory, he managed to bait his opponent into it. The bait didn't work properly, I guess, or the hook wasn't in the right place. I'm not entirely sure to use that metaphor. Maybe the trap was just pretty poorly laid out. I think that works, yeah. Center's going to need some repairs, obviously. I would like to see some doctor uses, like, maybe some commanders could be fairly nice for them. Anyways, track out there for Angry Dutchman, troops reinforcing healing. I'd like to set up around the cut-off point here to make it harder for Prabuty to harass and hit. Another smokes in here. There's also a possibility of just doing this for psychological purposes as well, like just to mess with Prabuty's head, like make him think something is coming. And then at some point he just figures, okay, it's nothing at this stage, and then Angry Dutchman hits. So there's also just a possibility, like it's just mental warfare as well. Like just constantly hitting his opponent with the smoke, just annoy him, and then or just get him used to it, and then he hits maybe. A few possibilities as well. Centaur moving in there, 5 kills as Heinz gets turned into ketchup. Again, moving up the Centaur in return. Lots of hits in the sections. And again, any prolonged engagement with infantry becomes a bit more dangerous for Prabuty because again the 2 light infantry guns can quickly punish it. He needs to switch to a more aggressive assault basis, so he might actually want to consider grenades, and some commandos I think would also do well. Interesting choice. I've got the mortar placement up behind the building. I think in part using that to shield against incoming artillery, but at the same time, double light infantry guns are actually a fairly good counter to a mortar emplacement. So I'm not saying it's wrong there, but to go for mortar emplacement did suggest it, but I'm not entirely sure wants to place it so close to the enemy's artillery positions. In the west, we got section topic concussive grenade off. He said that, the Centaur's been murdered out here by the kidnappers. Definite mistake there by Prabuty. Definite mistake. Great kill there for Angry Dutchman. Schwerpanzer called us up, and authorized can soon go for the Panzer Fort, though again, we could be trying to stall here for a Tiger tank versus Prabuty. 3 kills in the scent of the Wasp. That is not a Centaur, by the way. I was about to say it was, but it isn't. Mortar emplacement got the second tube activated. They found the other 2 chaps drinking tea in someone's garden. We're just having a tea break, sir. Get back to the mortar tubes, you bloody idiots. Sorry, sir. Don't you sorry me. Or tell the king. Oh, don't do that. He gets upset. Yeah. Last time he cried. Yeah, I felt really sorry about that. Don't do it again. Sorry. Wasp moving up with the section officer backing up there. Settling towards the centre. Small push here by Angry Dutchman and this mighty Panzer. May of course want to consider adding in some Oberstern for extra firepower here versus Prabuty and the Guards Armoured Division. Got the section on the west side here, officer keeping a safe watch. Don't you worry, chaps, I got you covered from over here. Don't you worry. Land gun firing away there. Firing at the mortar emplacement. There we go, slowly trying to deal with that one. Very good. Look, all sorts of popping into the green. There you go, bracing it. Okay, landing a nice hit in the universal carrier. And the Wasp finally is ended. Closing on that Comet. Again, he could also try and go for the Crocodile. Not impossible. Not impossible. As for Angry Dutchman, at this point, it's very much looking like either a Tiger tank or the Panther here. And there you go. 100 Granada plus the cannon to finish off the mortar emplacement here. Down it goes. Bit of a blow there to Prabuty and his artillery. Bit of a blow. In the end, again, the idea wasn't necessarily bad, but, rather ignored part of the position. Also, the Germans might send in other stuff to help finish it off. And also probably suggested further behind it than what it would actually use it for to actually lay down smoke to support its own attacks on the opponent's car point. For example, I think that would be much better, in particular since the way the mortar emplacement works, that you can actually creeping barrage smoke and you can cover it up that way. So I think that would have worked out better there for Prabuty if it done like that. But either way, it would have been a tough call anyway. So tough sell due to the double light infantry guns here from Angry Dutchman. That said, Stalling for the big armor here, I think, is a definite mistake by Prabuty. I can understand the logic, but the more pressure he's adding it, the more he's giving angry Dutchman time to like build up his own stuff, the less of an advantage Prabuty has, like just naturally. So this is definitely dangerous, and they definitely should at least push for like one more medium tank before trying to stall for the comet here, or something else like that. Like another Centaur could be an option, Cromwell as well, but something else, and then stall for the big tank. Now the question is he planning for the Crocodile or is he planning for the Comet? Like, he's got almost the full on the manpower, but he could be playing for a Comet nonetheless. As for Angry Dutchman, he's almost there by the Command Tiger. Die Befehls Panzerkampfwagen 6. Just reinforcing healing here. Sap setting up with Piats. Got the western point here with the Panzerverleader. Comet on the way this way. What's going for the Comet? Alright. Gremlins Ponty with the Fulsgrenadier. Anti-tank ready there. Sappers with Piers ready. Target tank organization, how they organized basically changed throughout the war initially. Like, they actually had a lot of Panzerfleets with them, where the Panzerfleet's job was to support against infantry with, higher lower velocity guns, like, the Command Panzer Force gun there, for example. Ooh, another smoke from there again, very nice. Then as the war went on, they got their own organic infantry elements, like, reconnaissance troops, pioneers, and I believe also just some infantry escorts, possibly also mountain half-tracks, or maybe that was the scouts' purpose there, to that way support the Tiger tanks, so that, they could always count on infantry support without necessarily needing, like, the division they're attached to have the infantry support ready for it. Some commanders, I'm guessing, were less than good at providing support for the tank, for example, so having some organic infantry support, helped deal with that. So that was, for example, something that happened as well. Got the Comet out there. Worth noting the Tiger tanks used in, from the German during Operation Market Garden, actually some that are assembled from a training unit, actually made up from different parts from different Tiger tanks. So they were a bit of a mishmash there. But anyways, Fulton held up with the sections. Bren guns away. Still no grenades from Prabuty. Punching up against the section here. Comet under fire from Arcadina. A good shot there. Befehls Panzerkampfwagen 6. Tiger advancing. Pinlock machine being added. Very good. Sturmpioneer getting ready to go for the off, and there you go, Grenadier from the Panzerverleaders, and there we go, almost wipes out the entire Panzerverleader squad. A stinging blow there to Angry Dutchman, it's not a full wipe. Target tank to the section here, 1 kill for Deutschland. With its 88mm gun. Back hit troops reinforcing healing for Prabuty, praying for the next big push for the British Empire, the Commonwealth. Section up the eastern side, Sappers are ready, could try and hammer it with the Piers and some anti-tank and fire. There we go. 1 shot went through at least. Shot went through there from the anti-tank by the looks of it. Sappers continue with the Piers, and another shot went through. Up north here, Comet with a damaged engine. Great hit there, flying good Dutchman. They used Prabuty's 1 armored piece as the Tiger tank, less than efficient. And he's saying the old strike, I'm going to have, I think, enough firepower to deal with the Tiger tanks. He's only got 1 anti-tanker now, plus a damaged Comet. That's actually, I think, a great opportunity for Angry Dutchman to do more damage here to Prabuty with the might of the Tiger. Shot fired there. Troops moving up the eastern side. Section pulling up there. Officer ground the center. Colin using self-repair. That's the first time it's actually used anything out of the doctrine. Like, definitely not great use of the doctrine here by Prabuty. Not great. I mean, we've seen no raid operation, no fault logistics glider. We haven't seen that. We've seen no crocodile, so I've seen strength and support. So I think definitely some improvements there could be, a good idea in the long run. Particularly, fault logistics glider, so you can, maybe get out some commandos or something. I believe they're available from that one. Though again, it's been so long since I've seen it, so maybe not. But section has the folks going to the Panzerverleader. Tiger tank advancing up the center here, 7 kills for it. Also got a flare off here, likely from the Panzerverleader, as I believe they're the only unit in the either army that currently can throw off flares.
We have 200 points remaining.
200 points left here for Prabuty. Tiger tanks will jump in with section here, and not the most impressive shot, but not the worst either. At least they didn't kill one of their own.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
But that is obviously a fairly low bar. Got hitting the car upon there, going for a deep flank here, possibly on the fuel point. Not a bad idea. Tiger tank receiving repairs here from Angry Dutchman Sturmpioneer. Grimness in the pond there, goes up in the farm there. Go 3 minutes we did here from a hit from the light infantry Geschütz. Nice shooting there. Almost got the section there. But it does escape here the wrath of Deutschland. 5 kills there and 4. Let me see if Prabuty goes for next. Another comet possibly. Firefly crumbles, who knows. And another Super Smokes and Trophy around here.
We're losing a capture point.
Once more just blocking Prabuty's line of sight, sending in blindly towards his opponent's territory. But again, maybe also just there to like thrash him and annoy him.
Line's been cut.
Punch was here, tearing into the section there, gunning them down in cold blood. Got the comm moving in there and shoots. Not an impressive hit, we kept flying back but not hitting under. Target tank's almost good to go here. Could actually go for flank here, get behind I think Prabuty's front line. Do some serious damage that way. Actually I think it's a pretty good opportunity to push here against Prabuty's already falling back, meaning he's going to be much more vulnerable. So that good push here from Angry Dutchman. So there we go, moving out with the infantry. Target tank McKenna also moving ahead here. Looks like this could be a big moment here for Angry Dutchman. We might be able to just win the match here versus Prabuty outright. It's been sort of close, but now the match is slowly going in the favour of Angry Dutchman. I think he uses this momentum. He could just utterly shatter Prabuty.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
They were really cheap bars against the floor. It looks like Angry Dutchman didn't quite go for the hard kill there. Still, he did push Prabuty off the field once more in the name of Deutschland. Punch with the jump was going to take for the anti-tank gun. Common there, finally got 1 kill, got smoke bombs outside the entrance of the base. Ooh, really cheeky there, cheeky. Also gives some reconnaissance there, obviously, but also forcing out to the rope open there. They can't use cover from the base for time to defend. Very sneaky play by Angry Dutchman. That is overall just been some very disruptive smoke usage here by Angry Dutchman. Very disruptive.
Comet tank ready.
Good lord, there's bloody Germans. They're so rude. They just smoke all over the place. Yeah, we should have some sort of anti-smoking ordinance. Well, we'd probably look stupid considering we're throwing down smoke in our tanks now. Well, you know. Rules for us, but not rules for them. You know, the rule. The other way around. You get it? Right? Right. Damn Germans. Section moving up there. Machine holding up there. Bren gun wielding section moving forwards there. A lot of firepower there. Could go for another comet soon. He has the fuel, but he's short on the manpower. The way he's engaging, Sonny's not bringing out. I mean, he's starting to rely a lot more on, like, head-on engagement. There's not a lot of maneuvering from Prabuty now, which makes it easier for Angry Dutchman pushing back with the Panzer and, of course, the Tiger tank. But the Tiger tank's a bit damaged now. Still 18 kills, 12-2. Steel hunting out into the troops here. Damage inflicted. Casualties flying up here for the British as they see their men dying in droves before their very eyes. Shoot, Friedrich! Shoot, sonst verdammt die Inselhafen! Kill them all! This one's for Austerlitz! North service the French! Oh! I'm sorry then. He's going less than a point there. Troops enforcing healing. Panzer engaging the section up close, pushing them back. Targeting almost good to go once more here for Angry Dutchman. Flares off again. Really nice use of the ability here by Angry Dutchman. I mean, compared to, like, you know, Prabuty, Angry Dutchman have been making fairly good usage of most of his abilities. Like, the only thing he hasn't used is the Panzer Commander and the Infantry upgrades because it's not available on the Tiger tank and it hasn't gone for Orbital. Meanwhile, Prabuty's really only used one ability, so definitely a bit of a chasm in terms of, like, ability usage. Definitely a bit of a chasm there. I mean, it's possible that Prabuty went for the docks and by mistake is actually planning something else. That does happen. Not often, but it does happen. Smoke off here on the section.
We only have 10 points left.
9 points left here for Prabuty. Looks like this battle is over. There we go. GG. Game over. A victory here for Deutschland. A loss for the British Empire. Nice fight here. Prabuty had a really good start, but as again you see with some players, like, they just don't know how to handle that they actually are winning and just try to win more. Instead, he just tried to stalled out there. So he's going for one more medium tank, and then he lost the Centaur. I think that's an issue. Plus the weak doctrinal usage, I think, very much gave Anchorage some favourability in the match as it went on there, as he's just sort of slowly played more efficiently. So despite strong start, Prabuty just wasn't able to capitalise on it. So hope you learned something from this match. Hope you gave some ideas for your own matches. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, tell your enemies. This is Imperial Lynching. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Episode tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.